Namaste. I have been explaining the meaning of the beautiful shlokas of Mahishasuramardini Stotram. These shlokas sound so good. It gives so much joy when we recite them, and the meaning is also profound. If you want to know the meaning of the previous shlokas, then here is the link. You can also find the link in the description. करमुरलीरव वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुरुते मिलित पुलिंद मनोहर गुंजित रंजित शैल निकुंजगते निज गण भूत महाशबरी गण सद्गुण संभृत केलितले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते करमुरली रवर वीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल manjurute. Karaha means hand and murali means flute. Ravaha means sound. So karamurali rava means the sound of the flute that is in the hand. Poet is actually meaning the sound of the flute in Devi's hand. How was the sound of a flute played by Devi? Karamuralyaha ravena vijitam kujitam. By the sound of Devi's flute, the kujitam, that is the cooing of the cuckoo bird, was vijitam, pushed away. Because Devi's flute playing excelled over the cooing of the cuckoos. Of all bird chirping, the cooing of cuckoos is very musical and pleasant for the ears. But Devi plays flute so nicely that her flute's sound excelled over the sound of the cooing of the cuckoo birds. So then what happened? Lajjita kokila, the cuckoo birds felt ashamed. Then manjuruta, manju means pleasant and rutam means sound. Manjuruta means one who has such a pleasant sound. So overall, this whole compound word is saying, oh, the one who by the sweet sound of the flute that is held in her hand has excelled the cooing of the cuckoos and has put them to shame. The next word is Milita Pulinda Manohara Gunjita Ranjita Shaila Nikunja Gate. Milita Pulinda. Here Pulinda refers to tribal people, and Milita Pulinda means the tribal people who have assembled or come together. Manohara Gunjita. Gunjita refers to the singing or humming, and this singing or humming was Manohara, pleasant. So the humming or singing of the tribal people who had gathered there was very pleasant. And this pleasant humming or singing of tribal people beautified the mountain, Ranjita Shaila, and Devi made such a place her residence, Nikunja Gata. Nikunja means a place that is surrounded by greenery. So if I expand this compound word, it will be Militanam Pulindanam Manoharena Gunjitena Ranjitam Shailam Nikunjam Gataya Sa. Meaning, the one who resides in the lush green mountain that is beautified by the humming or singing of the tribal people who have gathered there. Nija guna bhuta mahashabari gana sadguna sambhrita keri tale. Tala, as we had seen in another shloka before, means surface. And keli tala means playground, the surface on which we play. How is Devi's playground? Sadguna Sambhrita. It is filled with sadgunas, good qualities. Good qualities of who? Mahashabari Gana, meaning the big group of tribal women. Shabaraha means a tribal man and Shabari means a tribal woman. Ganaha means group. And how are these tribal women? Nija Guna Bhuta. It can mean two things because Guna can mean quality and it also means subordinate. So, Nija Guna Bhuta Shabari can mean these tribal women are born from the good qualities of herself. That is, the tribal women are born from the good qualities of Devi herself. Or it could mean that these tribal women have become the devotees of Devi. Then, Jaya Jaya He Mahishasuramardini Ramyakapardini Shailasute. O the slayer of Mahishasura, the daughter of the mountain, the one with beautiful locks of hair, be victorious, be victorious. Overall, the meaning of this shloka is, O the one who, by the sweet sound of the flute that is held in her hand, has excelled the cooing of the cuckoos and has put them to shame. O the one who resides in lush green mountain that is beautified by the humming or singing of tribal people who have gathered there. O the one whose playground is nourished by the good qualities of huge group of tribal women who have become her devotees. O the slayer of Mahishasura, O the daughter of the mountain, O the one with beautiful locks of hair, be victorious, be victorious. So, looks like Devi likes tribal people a lot. They are very innocent and raw. The next shloka is Katitata Pita Dukula Vichitramayukha Tiraskrita Chandra Ruche Pranata Sura Sura Mauli Manispuradam Shula Sannakha Chandra Ruche Jitakanakachala Mauli Madorjita Nirbhara Kunjara Kumbha Kuche Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kapardini Shaila Sute Kati Tata Pita Dukula Vichitra Mayukha Tiraskrita Chandra Ruche. Kati means waist and Tata means sides. Pita means yellow color. Dukula means silk. So the poet is telling that Devi is wearing yellow silk on the waist, and from the sides of the waist what is happening? Vichitra Mayukha. Mayukha means rays and Vichitra Mayukha means splendorous rays. So from the sides of the waist of Devi's yellow silk garment is emitting splendorous rays. And what are the rays doing? Tiraskrita Chandra Rucha, that is Tiraskritaha Chandrasya Rucha, meaning the rays from her yellow silk garment is putting away or exceeding the rays from the moon, meaning the splendorous rays from Devi's silk garment are more bright and beautiful than the moon. Tiraskritaha means putting away or exceeding. Rucha means light. Then Pranata Sura Asura Mauli Mani Spuradamshu Lasat Nakha Chandra Ruche. Chandra Rucha means moon rays and Nakha means nails. Lasat Nakha means shining nails. The poet says Devi's nails are shining like moon rays. Why are Devi's nails shining? Pranata Sura Asura Mauli Mani Spuradamshu is the answer. Pranata means bowing down. Who are bowing down? Sura and Asura, the gods and the demons. What happens when they bow down? Their Mauli Mani, meaning the gemstones on their head, that is on their crown, Spuradamshu, glitters light. If I have to expand the compound word, then it will be Pranatanam, Suranam, Asuranam, Mauli Maninam, Spuradamshubhihi, Lasantaha Nakhaha, Chandrasya Ruchaha Iva Yasyaha Sa. Meaning, one whose nails are shining like moon rays because of the glittering rays from the gemstones on the heads of gods and demons that are bowing down to her. Jita Kanaka Achala Mauli Mada Urjita Nirjara Kunjara Kumbha Kuche. Kuchaha means breast. This line is describing the breasts of Devi. It says that it is like Mada Urjita Nirjara Kunjara Kumbha. Kumbha means the frontal lobe or the upper portion of the elephant's forehead, and Kunjara means elephant. Nirjara Kunjara means the elephant of the gods, that is Airavata, and that too Mada Urjita Nirjara Kunjara. Devi's bosoms are like the frontal portion of the Airavata when he is at the peak of his energy. Also, Jita Kanaka Achala Mauli. Jita means win over. Win over what? Kanaka Achala Mauli. Kanaka means gold, Achala means mountain, and Mauli means peak. Golden mountain is Meru. So Devi's breasts surpass the Meru peak and are like the frontal portion of Airavata when he is at the peak of energy due to the flow of Rat. Then Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kapardini Shaila Sute. Overall, the meaning of the shloka is, O the one who is wearing a fine yellow silk garment around her waist, and the very unique rays emanating from it are putting away the rays of the moon. O the one who has nails that are shining like the moon rays due to the glittering rays coming from the gods and demons prostrating to you. O the one whose pair of breasts have outshone the peaks of the golden mountain Meru and resemble the frontal portion of the mighty elephant of gods, who is more powerful due to the rut flowing. O the slayer of Mahishasura, O the daughter of the mountain, O the one with beautiful locks of hair, be victorious, be victorious. Next shloka is Vijita Sahasrakaraika 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 Nute Krita Surataraka Sangarataraka Sangarataraka Sunusute Suratha Samadhi Samana Samadhi 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 Sujatarate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasuramardini Ramyakapardini Shailasute. Vijita Sahasra Karaika Sahasra Karaika Sahasra Karaika Nute. This is an extremely interesting composition. When split, it is Vijita Sahasra Kara Eka Sahasra Kara Eka Sahasra Kara Eka Nute. This line is referring to Sahasrarjuna, who is also known as Kartavirya-Arjuna, who was a very strong king. He is said to have worshipped Bhagavati after getting the knowledge of Sri Vidya from Durvasa Muni. So this big word is saying Vijita Sahasra Kara, which is actually Vijitaha Sahasra Karaha Yena Saha, meaning one who excelled over the sun. Sahasra Karaha means sun. Karaha means hand, but it also means ray. Since the sun has thousands of rays of light, he is called Sahasra Karaha. Kartavirya-Arjuna excelled over sun by his valor. Then Eka Sahasra Karaha means one who has 1,000 hands. Here Karaha means hands. Kartavirya-Arjuna had 1,000 hands, and that is why he is also called Sahasrarjuna. And since he had 1,000 hands, he was very powerful. Nobody could defeat him. Later Parashurama defeats him. Then Eka Sahasra Kara Eka Nuta, which is Eka Sahasraihi Karaihi Eka Nuta, meaning using his 1,000 hands, he worshipped that one important one, and that is Devi, Bhagavati. So this word is saying, O the one main God who was worshipped by the one who excelled the 1,000-rayed sun, who possessed 1,000 hands, and using his 1,000 hands, he worshipped you. Krita Sura Taraka Sangara Taraka Sangara Taraka Sunu Sute. This word is also very interesting. It is basically telling, O the mother of Kartikeya. But very beautifully it captures some aspects of Kartikeya, also known as Subramanya or Muruga. It says, Krita Sura Taraka Sangara. Sangaraha means agreement. It also means war. Sangaraha also means war. But the first Sangaraha in this compound word means agreement. Kritaha Suranam Tarakasya Sangaraha Yena Saha, by whom an agreement was made to protect the gods. Suras are gods. And Tarakam means protection. So most of you know the story that a demon named Tarakasura was troubling the gods. Lord Kartikeya fought with him and killed him and gave relief to the gods. So Krita Sura Taraka Sangaraha is saying that one who made an agreement to protect the gods. Then how did Lord Kartikeya protect the gods? By Taraka Sangara, that is Tarakena Saha Sangaraha, by fighting a war with Taraka. As I said before, Sangara means agreement. It also means war. The second Sangara word in this compound word means war. Then Taraka Sunuhu means the son of Taraka, which is Lord Shiva. Shiva is called Taraka because He helps one cross over the Sansara Sagara. Taraka Sunu Suta is Tarakasya Tunuhu Sutaha Yasyaha Sa, meaning the one whose son is the son of Lord Shiva. So overall this word Kritasura Taraka Sangara Taraka Sunu Sute means, O the one whose son is the son of Lord Shiva and who fought with Tarakasura because he made an agreement with the gods to protect them. Then Suratha Samadhi Samana Samadhi 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 Sujata Rate. To understand this word, you should know about a story that is mentioned in the first chapter of Devi Mahatmyam. The story goes like this. There was a king by name Suratha who lost his kingdom and all other possessions. There was a merchant whose name was Samadhi, and he too suffered huge losses in his business and lost all his wealth, and his family rejected him. Though both Suratha and Samadhi had lost all their possessions and near and dear ones, they were still very attached to them, which caused the mental suffering. They approached a sage whose name was Sumedhas, who listened to their stories and told that the main problem for their mental agony is moha, blind attachment, and maya, illusion. And then sage Sumedhas told them Devi Mahatmyam, and later their problems were solved. So this word Suratha Samadhi, Samana Samadhi means King Suratha and the merchant Samadhi had Samana means same, and the word Samadhi has to be split as Sama Adhi. Adhi means mental pain and Sama Adhi means same level of mental pain. So Suratha Samadhi Samana Samadhi means Suratha and Samadhi had the same kind of and same level of mental pain. And to solve their pain, Rishi Sumedhas initiated them into Samadhi, which is the next Samadhi that appears in the word. And then Samadhi Sujata Rate means in their Samadhi, you became interested. So this word means, oh, the one who had great interest in the reconciliation of King Suratha and merchant Samadhi who had the same mental agony. Overall, the meaning of this shloka is, O the one main God who was worshipped by the one who had exiled the 1,000-rayed sun and who possessed 1,000 hands, and he worshipped you using his 1,000 hands. O the one whose son, that is Kartikeya, is the son of the one who helps crossover, which is Shiva, and who agreed to protect the gods and who also fought the battle with the demon Tarakasura. O the one who had great interest in the reconciliation of King Suratha and the merchant Samadhi who had the same mental agony. O the slayer of Mahishasura. O the daughter of the mountain. O the one with beautiful locks of hair. Be victorious, be victorious. I hope you all enjoyed this video and this explanation. The words are very big and complicated. I have tried to explain it in as simple method as possible so that everyone can understand. If you like this explanation, then please click the like button. It will definitely help in taking this video to many more people. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. That will help me in growing this channel. And please do share this video with interested people. Also, if you want explanation for any other stotras, then mention them in the comments. I will try to make videos on them too. Agrime Chitre Melitasmi. Namo Namaha.